Welcome, anointed ones. The fact that you are here right now, listening to these words, is a testament to the power you already possess. The universe and God are sending you a signal. It's time to listen. Before we dive deeper in today's message, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Awakening Pulse, and leave a comment with the number 11. Why? Because every interaction you make sends a signal back to the universe and God, amplifying the energy surrounding this message. And if you want to feel the full force of this energy, play this video on repeat, letting its vibrations sink deep into your soul. The devil may wield great power, but even his hands tremble when it comes to God's chosen. Take a moment to reflect on that. While many live in fear of dark forces, here's a truth that should bring you peace. If you are truly chosen, not even the highest demon can touch you. Why? Because your destiny is no ordinary path. It is sealed with divine protection, an unbreakable force that makes even the darkest spirits say, "No thanks, not today." Have you ever wondered why, despite all the chaos around you, you continue to rise? That's not luck. That's God placing you in the front row, giving you a perfect view as your enemies scramble and fall. And let me tell you, their disbelief when they realize they can't lay a finger on you, that's priceless. No, your soul vibrates at a frequency demons cannot comprehend. You, the chosen, live in a realm beyond the reach of dark forces. You operate on a divine frequency that demons cannot even perceive, let alone understand. It's like trying to tune into a radio station that doesn't exist on their dial. While malevolent entities are stuck in lower vibrations, feeding off fear, doubt, and negativity, you resonate with a different power. One that is untouchable. Your soul vibrates so high that demons cannot find you, much less harm you. You exist in a realm they cannot access. While they may attempt to mess with the ordinary, when it comes to the chosen, there's a spiritual wall they cannot breach. It's not even a matter of defense. They simply cannot grasp your essence. To them, you are a walking enigma, a beacon of light that blinds their understanding. That's why their attacks bounce off, leaving no mark. You haven't just been protected, you've been elevated. You stand beyond their reach, a glowing testament to God's purpose. Their confusion quickly turns to fear, as they thrive in darkness and ignorance. But your very presence shines a glaring spotlight into their shadows, leaving them powerless and baffled. In their world, you are a mystery they dare not touch. No, God's contract over your life is unbreakable. Your destiny was written long before any dark force had a chance to interfere. The truth is simple: no demon, no enemy, no power can rewrite what God has already sealed. Think of it as a divine contract, written in heavenly ink. There's no clause for modification, cancellation, or interference. God's will over your life is final, and that is why you are untouchable. Dark forces may try to attack, distract, or derail you, but their efforts are in vain. The outcome was decided long ago. You were chosen for a purpose, and with that purpose comes divine protection. Every step you take is in alignment with a plan that was set in place before you were born. Every move you make is part of a greater story, and no attack can alter its course. What's more powerful is that this divine contract doesn't just shield you, it strengthens you. Every attempt to harm you is absorbed into that contract, only making your destiny more secure. It's like their negative energy gets recycled into your growth. What they meant for harm, God uses to elevate you. The harder they push, the closer you get to where you're supposed to be. This is not about luck or chance. It's about divine authority over your life, protection that goes beyond what we can see or understand. Dark forces know this, and that's why they fear it. They cannot touch you, because your destiny is sealed by a higher power that no demon can ever overrule. No. 3. Awareness shatters the darkness. Dark forces thrive in one key ingredient: ignorance. Their power over people isn't brute strength, it's deception. Demons, negative energies, whatever you choose to call them, are nothing without manipulation, trickery, and the cover of shadows. They operate in realms where people remain blind to their schemes, quietly planting seeds of fear and doubt, hoping you'll water them with your own energy. But here's the truth: once you're aware of their tactics, their grip on you evaporates. As a chosen one, your awareness acts like a spotlight, piercing through the illusions they hide behind. The moment you see through their deception, their power collapses like a house of cards. It's not just divine protection that renders them powerless. It's your understanding of the battlefield. When you recognize their tricks, their hold over you dissolves. They can no longer plant seeds in your mind because you refuse to nurture them with fear or confusion. This awareness is more than just a shield, it's a sword. Every thought you align with truth and light is a weapon that cuts through their darkness. Demons fear chosen ones because we don't just carry divine protection. We carry the wisdom to see through their lies. Like a beacon of divine clarity, you expose their weaknesses. Once you see their illusions for what they are, they scatter in defeat. The real reason demons fear you isn't just because you're untouchable. It's because you know their game. They thrive in the shadows, but in the light of your awareness. And so, as you walk in truth, their illusions crumble, leaving them powerless and you victorious. No, for truth. The victory was decided before the battle began. Before your feet touched the earth, the battle had already been decided. You were chosen for greatness, and from that moment, your victory was inevitable. Demons and dark forces can plot, strategize, and set traps all they want. But what they fail to realize is that their defeat was preordained. They're fighting a war that was lost before it even started. Consider this: every attempt they make to derail you is futile. They set snares, craft confusion, and sow chaos, but none of it ever takes root. Why? Because your life is wrapped in a divine purpose that cannot be altered. They may try to interfere, but they're merely swinging at air. Every move they make only proves how futile their efforts are. You were destined for this moment, and no force, no matter how malevolent, can change that. Your enemies may be relentless, but their attacks fail before they even reach you. It's almost amusing how they keep trying, unaware that the outcome was sealed long before they began their assault. Their strategies, plans, and efforts all crumble because your life is shielded by divine hands. You are protected not just by a higher power, but by a purpose that no enemy can touch. The battle is over before it even begins. Dark forces may try to stir up chaos, but your victory was written into existence long ago. Every plot against you is a reminder that God's plan for you is untouchable, unchangeable, and unstoppable. Your enemies fight a battle they've already lost, while you walk in victory, guided by a destiny that no demon can overturn. No 5-3. True authority repels darkness. Demons don't just avoid you, they flee from you. Why? Because as a chosen one, you don't just walk under divine protection. You carry a spiritual authority that makes dark forces tremble. When you enter a room, it's not just your presence that is felt. It's the authority of heaven. And this authority is more than a shield. It's dominance over the forces of darkness. You don't need to fight them off. They scatter the moment you step into the room. It's like carrying a spiritual force field that doesn't just protect. It commands respect. Dark forces thrive in chaos, fear, and confusion. But when you show up, their game is over. They know they cannot thrive in the presence of someone who carries divine authority. This authority isn't something you earn. It's something that's been given to you. It's a power they cannot challenge, and because of that, they don't even try. They know that trying to come against you is like walking into a battle they've already lost. They fear the light you carry because it is the very thing that disrupts their hold on this world. The truth is, you don't just survive in the presence of darkness, you conquer it. Demons don't just avoid you. They have no choice but to flee because they know they cannot win against someone who is backed by divine authority. This power isn't just a shield. It's a declaration of dominance over every dark force that dares to come near. No, 6 tree, your energy is a divine firewall. Demons feast on fear. It's their weapon of choice, their entry point into people's lives. Fear breeds doubt, hesitation, and a sense of powerlessness, which is exactly what dark forces rely on to gain control. But here's the thing, as a chosen one, fear no longer has a place in your life. You don't just reject fear, you replace it with confidence and divine assurance. When demons try to stir up anxiety or doubt, they find nothing to cling to. Fear may knock, but it's never invited in. And that's where their strategy falls apart. They rely on people being controlled by fear, but you walk in purpose, knowing that your path is guided by a power far greater than anything they could muster. This is what makes you untouchable. Demons can't get a foothold because you're not playing their game. Fear, for them, is the opening they need to manipulate and destroy. But in your life, that door is permanently closed. They lose their grip the moment they realize you are unshaken. The weapon they rely on, the power of fear, becomes useless against someone who walks in divine confidence. In the end, demons cannot thrive where fear does not exist. You move through life grounded in faith, clarity, and inner strength, and that is something they cannot overcome. Fear might be their strongest tool, but in your life, it holds no power. And without fear, they are left powerless, retreating in defeat as you continue to rise in strength and purpose. No, 7 tree. The fear in their eyes is real. Demons don't just fear your divine protection, they fear your unpredictability. As chosen ones, we walk with a purpose and power that confuses the enemy at every turn. Dark forces thrive on patterns, studying human habits, weaknesses, and vulnerabilities to exploit fear, insecurity, and doubt. But when they confront a chosen one, their entire playbook fails. You don't fit the mold they expect. They're used to people following predictable cycles of fear and failure. But with you, they find themselves in unknown territory. You're not playing the game they've mastered. Instead, you're operating on a divine wavelength, guided by something far higher than they can understand. This unpredictability weakens them. When demons can't predict your next move, they lose their grip. They try to push buttons, those triggers that normally send people spiraling into fear or despair. But with you, nothing works. You're not ruled by fear or doubt. Instead, you walk in strength, rooted in a higher calling. Their confusion isn't just frustrating for them, it's their undoing. They anticipate your fall, but you rise. They expect you to stumble, but you stand firm. While they're busy trying to manipulate outcomes, you've already moved beyond their reach, making decisions led by faith and divine wisdom. You're playing by the rules of a higher kingdom, where fear has no hold, and that confuses them to their core. This divine unpredictability is itself a form of protection. Demons can't manipulate what they can't understand, and because they can't anticipate your next move, they lose every time. The fear in their eyes is real, because while they try to figure out who you are and how to control you, you are always steps ahead, guided by God, untouchable and victorious. No, 8, your destiny is tied to a greater mission. As a chosen one, your destiny is not your own. It's tied to a greater divine mission. This sets you apart, not just in what you do, but in how you live. You carry a deep inner peace that no demon or dark force can touch. This peace doesn't come from a life free of struggles. In fact, chosen ones often face more challenges than others. But your peace is different. It's unshakable, not rooted in circumstances but in your connection to God. Dark forces thrive in chaos. They stir up confusion, fear, and drama, hoping to throw people off balance. But you, as a chosen one, are anchored in something much greater. You walk through the storms of life with a calm that defies the chaos around you. It's not that challenges don't come. They do. But your peace is like a lighthouse, standing firm even as the waves crash against it. This peace isn't just a passive state, it's a spiritual weapon. When demons try to ignite fear or confusion, they find that their efforts fail to catch. It's like trying to start a fire in the pouring rain. It just doesn't work. Their tactics lose all power because you're not reacting to their chaos. They expect you to panic, to lose your footing, but instead you remain steady, grounded in divine confidence. Here's what drives them mad: the more they try to shake you, the stronger your peace becomes. Every storm they send your way only reinforces the truth that you are untouchable. Your inner calm, rooted in your trust in God, is your greatest weapon. It not only keeps you safe but also weakens their hold. The more they attempt to disturb your soul, the more they realize they have no control over someone anchored in divine peace. Your peace is a living testimony to the strength of the One who sustains you. It's not just a shield. It's a declaration that no matter how dark the forces may be, they cannot touch a soul that rests in the assurance of God's plan. Demons are powerless in the presence of this kind of peace. You are untouchable, not because you're free of challenges, but because you walk in the unshakable calm of divine purpose. No night. Your name is known in realms you can't see. When we say that your name is spoken in realms beyond your sight, it's not just poetic imagery. It's a powerful truth. The spiritual realm, especially the forces of darkness, is well aware of who you are. Your name isn't just a label or an identity crafted by your parents. It is imbued with divine significance, tied to your calling as a chosen one of God. Demonic forces don't just notice you, they fear you. Think about it. When your name is mentioned in the spiritual realm, it's not met with indifference. Demons tremble because they know what it represents. You carry the seal of divine authority, and with that comes a holy mandate that they dare not challenge. It's like the forces of darkness holding an emergency meeting, whispering your name in anxious tones, fully aware that targeting you could unleash a heavenly backlash they can't withstand. Your name, as it echoes through unseen dimensions, sends a warning. Approach at your own peril. It's not just about fear, it's about the recognition that attacking you is an act of rebellion against God Himself. You aren't just a regular individual, you are divinely backed. It's as if you wear spiritual armor forged in the heavenly realms, invisible but impenetrable. For dark forces to even contemplate moving against you would be akin to spiritual suicide. They don't just back down because they're afraid of your personal strength, but because they know that heaven itself stands behind you. They have witnessed the fate of those who dared touch God's anointed in the past, and they know the consequences are swift and severe. It's not merely a deterrent, it's a cosmic law. They have no choice but to flee, for they cannot withstand the divine protection over your life. No. Thinner, your light unveils their darkness. Demons thrive in the shadows, hiding in fear, doubt, and deception. But when the chosen ones walk into the room, the light they carry exposes every dark force for what it truly is: powerless. As a follower of Christ, your very presence illuminates the hidden corners where they try to operate. Like cockroaches scurrying away when a light is turned on, they have no place to hide when you step into the picture. Your light is not just a metaphor for good deeds or positivity. It's a divine force that reveals the truth. When you walk in the Spirit, you carry the light of Christ with you, a light that exposes the lies and schemes of the enemy. This light isn't something you conjure up through effort. It's the natural radiance of aligned with God's truth. Darkness can't coexist with it, because your very presence brings clarity and discernment that dismantles the enemy's strategies. The fear in their eyes is real because they know they can't operate in your light. When demons come against you, they quickly realize their deceptions won't work, because the light of God's truth burns away their lies. You're not easily missiled or manipulated, and this alone weakens their influence. You carry a light that not only illuminates the path for yourself, but also for others, making it impossible for the forces of darkness to conceal their evil. No 11 person. You are a living rebuke to darkness. As a chosen one of God, your mere existence is a declaration that darkness has already been defeated. Just by walking in the fullness of your calling, you become a constant reminder to demonic forces of their inevitable defeat. It's not just your words or actions that terrify them. It's the fact that your very life represents a rebuke to everything they stand for. You don't need to engage in direct spiritual warfare every time you sense opposition. Your life itself is a testament to the power of God's love and truth. Every step you take in faith, every moment you live in alignment with God's will, becomes a declaration of victory over the forces of evil. You are living proof that light triumphs over darkness, that faith conquers fear, and that the authority of Christ reigns supreme. When the enemy tries to come against you, they're not just battling an individual. They're battling the divine purpose that God has placed on your life. The demons know they cannot overpower someone who walks in alignment with God's will. Your presence alone challenges their very existence because you embody the victory of Christ, which has already been won on the cross. You are a walking contradiction to everything the enemy tries to establish: fear, chaos, and lies. Your presence, filled with the Spirit of God, disrupts their plans and dismantles their schemes. They may try to roar like lions, but they are powerless before the true Lion of Judah, whose light you carry within. Just by being who you are in Christ, you send darkness into retreat. Your life is a living testimony that darkness has no hold over you, and as long as you continue to walk in the light of God's truth, you will always remain a beacon of hope and a force that the enemy cannot withstand. No, Heltra. Divine assignment means supernatural reinforcement. Your life is not just an ordinary journey, it's a divine assignment, crafted with eternal purpose. And with this assignment comes the kind of supernatural reinforcement that surpasses human understanding. While others may walk through life feeling isolated in their struggles, you are surrounded by angelic armies, powerful forces sent by God Himself to stand by your side. But don't mistake this as mere guardianship. These are divine warriors, heavenly enforcers commissioned to protect and advance you in your mission. These celestial beings don't just show up for an occasional blessing or a moment of comfort. They are actively involved, working tirelessly on your behalf, moving unseen obstacles and ensuring that no force of darkness can stand in your way. Imagine this: every step you take is fortified by heavenly forces, orchestrating events in ways you can't see, yet feel deep within your spirit. Your path isn't just protected, it's divinely cleared, a sacred highway for your purpose to unfold. In times of challenge, you don't merely survive, you are empowered to thrive. These spiritual enforcers go beyond defense. They shift the atmosphere around you, turning what seemed like an impassable roadblock into nothing more than a stepping stone. When darkness attempts to derail your progress, they intervene, transforming every attack into an opportunity for you to shine brighter and grow stronger. Think of them as God's strategic agents, orchestrating divine intervention at every turn. They ensure that your life is woven with grace, purpose, and power, creating a tapestry of supernatural favor. You may not always perceive their presence, but rest assured, they are working in the unseen, aligning every moment with your God-given destiny. As someone who walks in a divine calling, the universe itself conspires in your favor. You are not just a traveler on this earthly plane. You are a beacon of light, chosen and fortified by the Lord Almighty. Every breath you take is a testament to His sustaining power, a challenge to the forces of darkness that seek to block your way. But they cannot stand against the light that emanates from within you, for that light is the very presence of God. Your challenges aren't just obstacles, they are opportunities for the divine to display His glory through you. With angelic armies standing at your side, you are never alone. These celestial forces move in sync with your every step, reinforcing the path that God has laid before you. Every breath you take echoes through the spiritual realms, a declaration that you are walking in divine purpose, unshaken by the shadows of this world. The darkness may try to whisper doubts, but your light shines brighter, exposing the lies and tearing down the barriers the enemy tries to erect. You are not just shielded, you are empowered to dismantle darkness itself. Your very existence is a living rebuke to chaos and confusion. In a world that often feels uncertain, you are a symbol of hope, strength, and divine purpose, revealing to all who see you that the light of God is unstoppable. So, as you continue on this path, carry this truth with you. You are not just destined for greatness, you are divinely reinforced. You walk in a supernatural reality, one where every challenge becomes a stepping stone, every obstacle a point of transformation. Your life is not only protected, it's purposed. The forces of heaven move in harmony with your steps, ensuring that nothing can derail you from the destiny God has planned. And remember, your light doesn't just illuminate your own path. It shines for others too. As you move forward, you are a beacon that guides, encourages, and inspires those around you. Your presence in this world is a divine mission, and the heavens rejoice with every step you take in faith. If this message has resonated with your spirit, take a moment to reflect on the extraordinary calling that God has placed on your life. You are chosen, fortified by the power of divine love and authority. Let this truth sink deep into your heart. Your life is a reflection of God's glory, and you are unstoppable in your pursuit of His purpose. Now, if you felt that spark within, don't let this moment pass. Hit that subscribe button and become part of our growing community of believers who are walking in their divine assignments. Together, we explore the deep truths of God's kingdom, empowering one another to live in the fullness of His calling. Like this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with those who need to be reminded of their supernatural reinforcement. You never know whose life you might impact with a single act of faith, and we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts, your experiences, or what part of this message spoke most powerfully to you. Together, we are creating a community of light bearers, walking in purpose, fortified by faith. You are not just a viewer, you are a vital part of this divine mission. Let's continue to move forward, shining brighter than ever before, knowing that with God's divine reinforcement, we are unbreakable, unstoppable, and filled with purpose.